first time ever in the World NASCAR Champions, it's Military Sunday. Welcome to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona with overcast skies. It's been a while since the World NASCAR Champions ran a day race. The last day race to be ever ran in the World NASCAR Champions was back in Boston. It's the first military race for the World NASCAR Champions as we go trackside for your pre-race ceremonies. The engines are all fired up. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. On the pole, it's Martin Truex Jr. Alongside with him is Brad Keselowski. Row 2 is Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman. Row 3 is Matthew Benedetto and Joey Logano. Row 4 is Eric Almirola and Denny Hamlin. Row 5 is Kyle Larson and Kurt Busch. Row 6 is Kyle Busch and Jimmie Johnson. Row 7 is Clint Bowyer and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 8 is William Byron and Eric Jones. Row 9 it's David Ragan and Cole Custer. Row 10 it's Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher. Row 11 is Bubba Wallace and Austin Dillon. And row 12 it's Ryan Blaney and Kevin Harvick. Let's take a look at your scouting report. Martin Truex Jr. starting on the pole. Chase Elliott, last time we were here at Daytona, he won the summer race. Kevin Harvick and Ryan Blaney to start in the rear of the field. Martin Truex Jr. and Brad Keselowski leads the field to the green flag at Daytona. What a start for Martin Truex Jr. Up front early and getting support from Chase Elliott. Martin Truex Jr. leads the first lap as a pair of Fords take over the inside. In the middle is the triple threat of the JGR teammates as Truex blocks the middle. Chase Elliott, on the other hand, drops to second all the way to the back. Don't worry, Elliott fans. Elliott is fighting his Hendrick teammates. Meanwhile, up front, it's Big Bad Brad with Matthew Benedetto and Eric Almirola right behind him. Nobody can stop the top three Fords right now. If they stay up front, one of these three is going to end up winning the race. Here comes a run from Martin Truex Jr. Keselowski blocks for the first time in his World NASCAR Champions career. It's Matthew Benedetto for the Wood brothers. He's going to lead his first ever lap on lap 4. Keep it going for Matt. Could Matt get his first win in the World NASCAR Champions? Truex and Hammond swoops towards the inside, leaving the top three Fords stranded. Truex side by side with Matt. Darrell Wallace Jr. hits the wall, collecting Austin Dillon, and the first caution is out on lap 6. Let's take a look what happened. It seems Darrell Wallace Jr. tried to get a side draft from Chris Buescher, but he ends up smacking the turn 3 wall, collecting Austin Dillon. And man, so innocent for Austin Dillon, as Darrell Wallace Jr.'s day is going to be cut short. And Austin Dillon's day is also cut short as well. Take a look again at full speed, and we'll be right back. We're back racing at Daytona. Matthew Benedetto and Martin Truex Jr. leads the field. A great restart by Martin Truex Jr. We have a wreck. A 5-car wreck at Daytona, and it brings out the second caution. I really hope all these 5 drivers are okay after that wreck. And that wreck involves Brad Keselowski, Jimmie Johnson, Eric Jones and Kyle Busch, and William Byron. Let's take a look what happened. You see Kyle Busch and Eric Jones are having a run on the restart. You can see Brad Keselowski try to go on the bottom to make something happen. You can see Kyle Busch spins and hits the inside wall very hard. You can see Brad just rams William Byron and Jimmie Johnson. You can see Keselowski goes up in the air. Oh man, a terrible wreck. But luckily everybody's okay. It's a great sight to see. See Kyle Busch, Eric Jones. Oh man. Jimmie Johnson. And William Byron. We'll be right back with 3 laps to go. Back racing at Daytona, Martin Truex Jr. and Denny Hamlin leads the field. Here comes Kurt on the outside, helping his teammate Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. got a run as they block the Ganassi cars. Larson goes around, a big pileup as David Ragan goes upside down. You can see all of these drivers getting anxious as the end is approaching. Kyle Larson comes down towards the racetrack in front of Matt Crafton. You can see Kyle Larson then comes up to the racetrack and it's on from there. I hate to say this, but Matt Crafton, the dominant Ford of the race, is out. On the bright side, there will be plenty more opportunities to win a World NASCAR Champions race in his future. I really hope all these 5 drivers are okay. Matt Crafton, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, David Reagan, Alex Bowman, and Joey Logano. Well, folks, it's overtime World NASCAR Champions racing. We'll be right back with a 2-lap dash to the finish. 2 laps to settle it. Will they make it back to the final lap? Denny Hamlin, what a restart! When it comes to defense and restrictor plate, Denny Hamlin knows it best. Triplets of Stewart-Haas racing cars on the inside. It's Denny Hamlin. He's going to lead with 1 lap to go. All that Denny Hamlin wants to see is the Otter Owners Toyota right behind him. Glenn is having a run. Hamlin blocks. Martin Truex Jr. up high, deep, and very gone. Martin Truex Jr. wins at Daytona. What a finish at Daytona. See, Denny Hamlin, he was up front, and then you see the Stewart-Haas racing cars, they were having a run on the backstretch, and then Hamlin blocks, but then Martin Truex Jr. goes up high, and there was the pass. He went deep, getting helped by Kurt Busch, and he wins at Daytona. Congratulations, Martin Truex Jr. winning at Daytona. The last time he went to victory lane was 3 years ago at downtown Irvine. Let's take a look at your finishing results presented by KFC. Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, Cole Custer making his first start will finish 4th, and Clint Bowyer. Martin Truex Jr. is the 5th qualifier for the World NASCAR Champions Season 4. We only need 9 more different winners in order to host a World NASCAR Champions final. Win a World NASCAR Champions race to be a contender for a championship title shot. After the events at Daytona, the World NASCAR Champions will return home at San Diego Motor Speedway for a 2-part doubleheader. Saturday will host the San Diego Oval, and Sunday will host the San Diego Infield Road Course. Once again, congratulations to Martin Truex Jr. winning at Daytona. This is World NASCAR Champions telling you to stay safe, be proud, and be responsible.